you'll have a very, very good President of the Republic of Kenya. Thank you. And now I invite my brother Musalia Mudavadi to say a few words and invite our captain.
Asante sana Baba wa Roma. Your Excellency the Deputy President and my political colleagues here, and indeed the medical fraternity. I'll be very brief. A few days ago I was in Lamu, and there was a gentleman who spoke, and he said, no amount of Panadol will cure ignorance. I listened to him and he said, nataka nirudie in Kiswahili. That's what he said. He said, Panadol itakusaidia kwa shida yako ya kichwa ama maumivu ya kichwa na kadhalika. Lakini Panadol haitakusaidia kuondoa is it ujinga ama kutoelewa. Now, why am I remembering this conversation in Lamu just a few days ago? As the medical professions were speaking here, there is one thing that the Kenya Kwanza government believes in and cannot run away from, and that is respecting professionalism and being prepared to work with the professionals in a given sector. So no matter what we do, we cannot be saying that you need a banker to run banks. You need an oil expert to tell you about the petroleum industry and how to get it to become more efficient. And then you reach a stage and you say, you do not want medically trained professionals to be part of the institutions that provide for health in this country. It's absolutely ridiculous. So one of the key things that we must underpin is that we must have a government in place that will recognize why different professionals went for different training and use their knowledge to better our society in every respect. The final thing that I just want to talk about is, as Taka spoke, and indeed I threw a leading question, because historically, one of the biggest problems we have with some of our key institutions, and here we will talk of NSSF, we will talk of NHIF and others. A lot of money has been lost because NHIF, for instance, or NSSF, they would make real estate their core business. They would go on a buying spree, buying land, buying into areas that they do not need to buy into. And then when it was now time to call on the cash that is required to provide medical services or to even be able to pay the people who have contributed to NSSF and cannot get away with, the money was not there. So as one of the key issues that we shall undertake as Kenya Kwanza is to really revisit this area, literally make it airtight, so that people cannot divert money that is supposed to be for medical care in this country to be taken into investments that are simply gambling investments that tie up resources for such a long time and deny the ordinary citizen of services when they are required, yet that citizen, during his or her working life, contributed to that fund. That is immoral, and we must fight very aggressively to make sure that we do not regress backwards into that kind of situation. I think for now, that is the message I would say as something that we want to take very seriously. And I would now like to call upon the Deputy President to come forward and make his closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you again. I think we all admit that barring the short, I think we've been here now almost 4 hours, but it looks like it's been 40 minutes. And I know there are so many people I've seen in the list that would have wanted to make a contribution, but they haven't gotten the time to. Let me encourage you to engage with David and his team. We want every argument in place. We want every suggestion that you have and every memoranda that you can give to us. It will help in putting together the way forward in this very important sector of health. Let me just say 2 final things, because I think I am sufficiently educated now on many aspects. I want to make a confession here that when the argument about the Health Service Commission was made before, I wasn't persuaded. But having listened to the people who have spoken here this afternoon, I am halfway there. And maybe the commitment I would want us at Kenya Kwanza to make is that we will certainly put in place a mechanism to have a conversation about the Health Service Commission, especially on the very persuasive issue that you have made about building the capacity of health professionals in Kenya and making sure that there is continuous training, continuous access to scholarship, to training, without necessarily being constrained by, if you are employed in, I was just thinking as I sat down and listened, that if you are hired in Kakamega County, it should be possible for you to apply for a scholarship at a national body, whatever we call it, whether it is the Health Service Commission, that can give you a scholarship to go train, especially if that is what is required in one place or the other. And they should be able to, there should be a body that can globally look at Kenya and say, what are the issues? What are the gaps? And how do we close those gaps? I do not think we should purely say it's a county function and it's up to them. So I see the point you're making. And it should be possible for a doctor in Machakos to apply for a scholarship. And when they apply for that scholarship, there must be a mechanism for them not to necessarily lose their jobs because they've gone for further training. In any case, that further training enriches that which they deliver to the public. So I fully agree. So, and the second issue is we have all agreed that we must take this to the bottom of the pyramid, to the base. And as part of Kenya Kwanza's intervention in making sure that the bottom of the pyramid works, we have made a commitment that we are going to work with counties to make sure that community health workers or community health volunteers have a stipend, and we are going to make sure that that stipend is co-shared between the county and the national government on the basis of a shilling for a shilling. Finally, because this maybe is probably we will have one interaction this evening, but this being among us the last interactions we are having to the public, I want to say that part of why we are having this type of engagement is because we want to bring integrity into the political space. We want every word and every commitment to be accounted for finally. And that is why we want it in writing. That's why we are having this conversation. And I want one day Dr. Machogu, for example, to come and say, we were in a meeting, do you remember? And you can come with a photograph. And this was the commitment of Kenya Kwanza. Where is it? So really, I am looking forward to those moments. So thank you very much, everybody, for finding time. They have a? Okay, I'm told there is a report that needs to be presented. That can be done. Otherwise, let me say to all of you, thank you very much. Let us meet on Thursday. This is going to inform part of the manifesto that we will be launching